One's ready. One's ready. Go! So you guys are going into Special Warfare Assessment Selection. It is an attributes-based selection model. What does that mean?
Guys, are we running right now to get fitter? Are we practicing running? Practicing.
I can't freaking...
So there's a holistic picture that we're looking for. The instructors are giving you input, and we're expecting an output. And everything is for a reason. If you guys haven't heard my spiel yet, everything that we do, every single exercise, has a connection to the job that you're trying to do. We don't want people at INDOC, Special Warfare Assessment Selection, whatever they're gonna call the new course when it inevitably changes somewhere down the road. I don't care what they call it. What I need is you to show me the raw materials for the things that I wanna build you into. Just like everything else, it's a crawl, walk, run.
I can run a keystone just like this. All the way to ATC and never quit. All the way to ATC and never quit.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the One's Ready podcast. You're in the team room. This is your daily drop for the 18th of September, brought to you by Modern Athlete Strength System. If you head over to onesready.com, top right hand side where it says prep and then partner discounts, it'll take you to our partner discount page. What do you know? That's the way the internet works. So if you scroll on down, you will see Modern Athlete Strength System. I have two pictures up there. Each one is Warfighter, or each one. One of them is Warfighter. The other one is Warfighter Elite. These are two different programs that you can get access to. There's a third program that you can get access to that's called 90 Day Unchained, and that is their incredibly comprehensive program where it's dietitian, life coaches, strength coaches, all that kind of stuff that you need. Maybe you need a kickstart. Maybe you are just looking to go from, kind of what you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling a little average. These guys can get you to a different level. But if you click on any of those pictures, that'll take you to that specific program. And then you use the promo code ONESREADY to also get yourself a discount. They use the Train Heroic app. So the workout gets delivered to you every single day via the app, and then you can log it in the app. You can look up substitutions. You can ask questions within the app in case you have a piece of equipment or you don't have a piece of equipment and you need to substitute it and that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, they've got great products. We really enjoy working with them, and there's quite a few people that are on their program, and that's fine. If you take their program and you do it for 6 months and you want to swap to somebody else, that's great too. If you're coming off of another program, like this is actually pretty common, people swapping programs. It's not some unheard of type of thing. Also, we still have slots available for the Operator Training Summit in Nashville. You would end up arriving on the 24th of October. We would do running, rucking, mobility, nutrition, calisthenics, pull-ups, all that kind of good stuff on the Saturday, the 25th. And then we'll also go have a cookout that night as well. So dinner will be provided that night. And then on Sunday, we're going to spend 10 to 12 hours in the pool just getting your mind right with underwaters, finning, freestyle, buddy breathing, mask and snorkel recovery. We are going to get you so efficient in all of these movements that you're not going to know what hit you. Oh, dropping my phone. So, man, it's a great place to be. We're going to have a great time, and we'd love to have all of you out there. So if you are interested in it, hit me up at JARED@onesready.com, and then we can get you all the information you need to secure your spot. Again, this is not a hell week type thing. We're not smoking you. We're not yelling at you. This is just good quality training. If you want that, you got to go someplace else. Or if you want smoke sessions and yelling, go someplace else. All right. This is the joint news. The Army launches surgical cardiac life support training at Medical Center. Brooke Army Medical Center began a surgical cardiac advanced life support program to train teams for complex cardiac emergencies. The initiative standardizes advanced protocols and multidisciplinary response to improve survival outcomes across the military health system. So it's wild. I actually had this conversation earlier about what conflict and what war does for, the country. And just look at it from a medical perspective. And I know that we have talked about this before, but it's been a long time. Medical advancements happen on a daily basis in normal private sector, right? Like somebody, kind of steps out of the box, maybe takes a little bit of risk. And a normal practitioner on the civilian sector it is unlike them to take the risk because then they worry about malpractice and all that kind of good stuff and getting sued, right? On the military side of the house, when we start talking about trauma, triage, medical stuff out in the field, like we're trying to save people's lives, and we don't necessarily worry about malpractice or getting sued or anything like that. Now, there's other things that we could talk about in regards to that later on, but so a lot of the things that civilian paramedics do now is because of what pararescuemen did, 18 Deltas did, Navy SEAL corpsmen and stuff like that. And I couldn't possibly list all of them off, right? Like there's so many people in the medical that helped advance different techniques, but whether it's doing a en route blood transfusion or, and this is how I'm really getting out of my league here. Look at all the advancements in tourniquets and stuff like that. So listen, war and conflict is bad, but that is one of the silver linings of it. So that was a tangent. Sorry about that. All right. Next, Army conducts live fire small drone event to refine counter UAS or unmanned aerial systems. An Army event at Fort Novosel executed multiple live fire sorties with small unmanned aircraft systems to accelerate tactics and training for short-range air defense and counter UAS. Observations will inform doctrine and future exercises. All right, this is Air Force news. Air Force Chief recognizes pilot with 2024 Culligan Trophy. The United States Air Force Chief of Staff presented the Korean Culligan Jr. Trophy to a pilot credited with averting a serious mishap through decisive cockpit actions. The award highlights airmanship, risk management, and lessons for the aviation safety community. Next, or good job. Man, it doesn't give me the name of who the person was, but good job, sir. All right. Air Combat Command leadership visit emphasizes readiness at Moody Air Force Base out in Valdosta, Georgia. Air Combat Command senior leaders visited Moody Air Force Base to engage airmen and review mission readiness with focus on agile combat employment and warfighter capabilities. The visit included recognition events and discussions on future requirements. Next, Air Force Reserve expands international partnerships in Europe. Air Force Reserve leaders advanced engagements with European partners, underscoring interoperability and reservist integration in a complex security environment. Planning milestones included future symposium hosting to continue multinational coordination. All right, Space Force news. Space Systems Command stands up new operational test and training delta. Space Systems Command established a new system delta to consolidate operational test and training infrastructure for space capabilities. The unit will align tests, training, and evaluation to accelerate fielding of combat credible space forces. Man, the Space Force right now is got an extremely important mission, but a lot of their organizational structure and some of their personnel, looking at you, General Smith, are a hot mess. All right. So General Smith is the STARCOM commander. I think I may do a little quick piece on him at a later date, but the dude is failing. How about that? I'll just say that. He is failing, and it's sad to see. All right, next. Oh, I already did that one. Vandenberg marks Air Force birthday. Oh, that's right. Happy birthday, y'all. If you're in the Air Force, have served, or are serving, happy birthday to the Air Force. Woo! Vandenberg marks Air Force birthday with tribute. Vandenberg Space Force Base released a video tribute in recognition of the Air Force's 78th birthday, highlighting contributions of airmen and guardians and the base's role in space launch and test. All right, these are of interest. Report: Pentagon weighs recruiting campaign tied to slain activists. According to press reporting, the Pentagon is considering a recruiting campaign themed around conservative activist Charlie Kirk following his assassination, framed as a call to service. Officials cited concerns over politicization. That is the I guess I don't understand, because Charlie Kirk, yeah, he was a patriot, but as far as I know, I don't think he was a service member or a veteran. I don't think he ever served. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe he did. I don't know. It seems like an odd tie, but maybe it does make sense. I just need to, a little bit more than, no, I need to know a little bit more about it versus, less than 100 words or 50 words or whatever this is. All right, last but not least, Fort Drum installation exercise test emergency preparedness. Fort Drum conducted an installation-wide exercise to assess readiness for emergencies, validating coordination between units, first responders, and community partners. Lessons will inform future base protection and response plans. Guys, as silly as that sounds, that's actually wicked important, especially when you start talking about disaster relief and stuff like that, especially for our southeastern installations that deal with hurricanes and stuff like that. Man, it can get sporty, and you could lose millions and hundreds of millions and even billions of dollars worth of buildings, 5th generation aircraft, 4th generation aircraft, things that just can't be replaced, right? I mean, that's what happened at Tyndall Air Force Base a couple years ago with the hurricane, and absolutely destroyed buildings, destroyed a couple of F-22s. It's just, man, I mean, it was so bad on Tyndall that they almost just scrapped it and wrote it off and said, you know what, it's too much money to fix this place. We'll just divest and put our assets elsewhere. That's how bad it was. So this is a disaster management for installations is a real thing. So, all right, everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Visit us over on onesready.com. Get yourself a piece of merch, and then join us over in Nashville in October for the Operator Training Summit. We're out here. See you.